If I woke up tomorrow with absolutely nothing, no savings, no job, and no safety net, here's exactly what I would do to rebuild my life from zero in 2026. And look, I know a lot of you feel like you're probably already there. Prices are stupid, jobs are changing, everything costs more than it did last week. It feels like you're running uphill in mud. So I'm not going to give you theory and none of that guru talk. I'm giving you the exact steps that I would take if I had to start over today as a regular working guy in a real world with real bills. Let's get into it. The first thing that I would do, I'd get my head on straight. Because honestly, when you're starting at zero, your brain wants to panic. You start thinking you need to fix your whole life in a week. You start comparing yourself to people who are not even living the same life as you. But here's the truth. You're starting from zero. Your only job is to stop the bleeding and build stability. Not get ahead and not get rich. Just get stable. Because money follows structure, not chaos. So before I even touch a dollar, I'm going to build that structure. The next thing I do is track every dollar. You can use an app, use a spreadsheet, or just grab a notebook. Whatever you'll actually use. I track what I spent, when I spent it, and why I spent it. Not to judge myself, but to see the leaks and get that clarity. Next, I make a simple budget. You need awareness. You can't fix what you can't measure. And if you need help, I've got a simple budget and a spending log pinned in the comments, and they're yours for free. Next, I start cutting expenses. Subscriptions, gone. Auto renewals, gone. Anything that charges me without asking, gone. I'd call my credit card companies and insurance companies and ask them for lower rates. I'd avoid fees like they're my ex-wife. Just cut, cut, cut. This alone can save you a couple $100s a month. And when you're at zero, that's not extra money, that's survival money. Now here's where a lot of people get frustrated. We hear the magic number of 1,000 for an emergency fund. No, there are too many things happening at once. People get overwhelmed and they give up. If I'm starting from zero, I'm going to build a micro buffer, $50 or $100. In time, you will build that fund up. The small wins build confidence. Confidence builds consistency, and consistency builds income. This is how you get momentum when you feel like you just don't have any. If I'm at zero, I'm not holding out for that perfect job. I'm chasing cash flow. So here's what I'd do. I'd sell anything that I don't need. Things can be replaced. I'd pick up local gigs. I'd take simple jobs that pay today and not next month. I'd use AI to write listings, messages, and resumes. Not because I'm trying to be fancy, but because it saves time and makes me look more professional. And at this point, I'm not trying to get rich, I'm trying to get stable. The rest will come later. If I was starting over, I wouldn't chase 10 side hustles. I'd pick one skill and get good enough to charge for it. And likely, you already have skills that can land you some cash flow. Maybe you know how to paint or do general repairs. Maybe your skills are in freelance writing or content creation. The point is, one skill, one lane, one direction. People don't get ahead by trying to do everything. That's going to get you burnt out. And more stress is the last thing we need. People get ahead by doing one thing well and doing it consistently. Now, let's put everything together. To simplify everything and to keep me on track, I would create a 90-day rebuild plan. It's my roadmap to success. For days 1 through 30, I'm going to concentrate on getting stable. I'm going to stop the bleeding by cutting all unnecessary expenses. I'd start tracking every dollar and I would build that simple budget. Then I'd start that small emergency buffer. It will give you some relief. Next, I'd start adding my cash flow. I'd sell all this unneeded stuff and I'd use it to finance that one clear side hustle. And get business cards. They're cheap and it's going to help inspire you. Now we're really progressing. So for days 31 through 60, I'd be building that extra income by perfecting that one skill and really focusing on my customers. I'd get faster and more proficient because when you raise confidence, new doors will open. And for days 61 through 90, I'd keep working that system by creating and perfecting routines. I'd slowly improve my tools and I would use AI to save time so that I could really focus on my goals. By now, you will be stacking money and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. If I had to start over with nothing, I wouldn't panic and I wouldn't rush, and I sure wouldn't compare myself to anyone else. You do you. This is how you go from zero to stable, from stable to consistency, and from consistency to confidence, and from confidence, you find success. So if you're starting from zero or just starting over, you're not behind. You're at the beginning of building something better. And planned beginnings are powerful. You don't need a miracle and you don't need luck. You need a plan and you can actually follow, and the commitment to see it through. So grab the free tools pinned below, the budget and the daily tracker. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, and join our community where the mission is simple. Earn more, owe less, live better, and forge your life.